इदं भागवतं नामा purāṇaṁ brahma-sammitam. So sammitam means, sammita is not, sammitam means topmost. Sammit means top. So we say parvat sammit. So brahma-sammitam, यहाँ पर भगवान श्री कृष्ण को बताया गया, रेफर किया गया है. So idaṁ means this, bhagavatam means bhagavatam, this bhagavatam, nāma purāṇaṁ. So this purāṇa which is called bhagavat. तो जो पुराण है जिसको हम भागवतम बोलते हैं, ब्रह्म-सम्मितम, जो स्वयं भगवान ही है, भगवान से अलग नहीं है. फर्दर फ्यू वर्सेस में भी आता ना, कृष्णे सुधामोपगते धर्म ज्ञानादि भी सहा कलो नष्ट दिशाम एषा पुराणार्को अधुनोदिता. सो जैसे भगवान अपनी लीला समाप्त करके अपने धाम चले गए, सुधामोपगते, और जब भगवान गए धर्म ज्ञान आदि सा, धर्म और जो ज्ञान है पूरा नष्ट हो गया. कलो नष्ट दिशाम एषा, कलयुग में लोगों की दृष्टि नष्ट हो गई है. दृष्टि नष्ट हो गई मतलब देख तो पा रहे हैं सभी लोग, पर जो देखना चाहिए उसको नहीं देख रहे हैं, और जो नहीं देखना चाहिए उसको देख रहे हैं. सो कलो नष्ट दिशा में सा, जिनकी दृष्टि नष्ट हो गई थी है, देन इसे पुराणार्को अधुनोदिता. उदिता अधुनोदिता मीन्स जस्ट आफ्टर, जैसे भगवान अपने सुधामोपगते चले गए, उसके बाद भगवान जो एक कृष्ण तो चले गए, दूसरे कृष्ण यहां पे अवतरित हो गए. किसके रूप में? भागवतम के रूप में. सो इदं भागवतम नामा पुराणम ब्रह्म-सम्मितम. सो जो पुराण है, भागवत पुराण, इज एज गुड एज, और देयर इज नो डिफरेंस बिटवीन कृष्णा एंड भागवत पुराण. प्रभुपाद जी परपट में लिखे हैं, जैसे हम भगवान के विग्रह की सेवा करते हैं एज ए सर्वेंट कृष्णा, सिमिलरली बाय स्टडिंग भागवतम, बाय रिसाइटिंग भागवतम, by touching Bhagavatam, by giving Bhagavatam to someone, वही हमको उतना ही बेनिफिट मिलता है. एंड प्रभुपाद जी लास्ट परपट की लास्ट, इट कैरीज विथ इट ऑल द ट्रांसेंडेंटल ब्लेसिंग्स ऑफ लॉर्ड श्री कृष्णा that we can expect from his personal contact. When you are meeting Krishna, personal contact, same benefit one can achieve with all blessings of the Lord by simply studying Bhagavatam. That is the position of Bhagavatam. And before Prabhupada is writing, one can derive from the study of Bhagavatam all the benefits that are possible to be derived from the personal presence of the Lord. So हम भागवतम को पढ़ के समझ के हम उतना ही अपना बेनिफिट कर सकते हैं और दूसरों का बेनिफिट कर सकते हैं, जितना कि हम भगवान स्वयं वहाँ आपके पास प्रकट हो. जितना द्वापर युग में पांडवों को बेनिफिट मिला था, पांडवों के साथ भगवान रह रहे थे, अर्जुन के साथ में थे, इफ नॉट मोर सेम बेनिफिट वी कैन हैव बाय स्टडिंग भागवतम. एंड भागवतम एज वी नो इज ए साउंड रिप्रेजेंटेशन ऑफ कृष्णा. And it is said that what is Bhagavatam is uttama-śloka-caritaṁ. It's a glorification of the Lord and His pure devotee. Prabhupada is writing the very first line. There are selected histories of great devotees who are in direct contact with Personality of Godhead. So Bhagavatam has the Lord's and also His pure devotees transcendental Leela. So by studying, because we want to become devotees and we want to become as pure as possible. So when we read this Bhagavatam, we get to know what is the meaning of devotee. भक्त का मतलब क्या होता है? जैसे ना people they read very inspiring book. Somebody want to become a cricketer, they read one of the best cricketer in the past. Somebody want to become an actor, they read books. There are a lot of books is written. I happen to know why one person has written one full of Amitabh Bachchan and Rajkumar. They've used biography on or how one has to be there. So if we want to become a devotee, when we must read, we get inspiration, we get learn, and how we have to execute. हमको अपना जीवन कैसे हमको आगे बढ़ाना है. And each line is important. I will just cover a few points. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam is the literal incarnation of Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa and is therefore non-different from Him. Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam should be worshipped as respectfully as we worship the Lord, the deity. तो जब भागवतम को पढ़ रहे हैं, तो as good as when you are worshipping the altar, the Lord, the same way respectfully with the same with our respect and with same love and affection we must read. And when we give Bhagavatam to another, it's like a deity of Krishna. We are as like a deity of Krishna we are giving to someone. And Prabhupada says, even if somebody touches my books, he will get benefited. How is that? Now some may ask, what is this? He's touching the books. How does... he is not able to understand anything. He is touching the books. Like if somebody touches the deity, not knowing what is that, he'll get benefited. एक वो चूहा का उदाहरण है ना, एक अल्टर में रहता था, वो कुछ दिया जला दिया था बिना नोइंग. सो बिना अनजाने में भी यदि कोई भगवान के टच में कैसे भी आता है, he will benefit. Knowingly, unknowingly. And by reading, anyway, enormous benefit will have. Prabhupada mentioned once with his close disciples कि प्रभुपाद जी बोलते हैं कि एक बार प्रभुपाद जी गोलोक धाम में थे, तो भगवान ने बोला, वी हैव हर्ड मैनी टाइम बट स्टिल टू रिकलेक्ट, कि आप जाके आप प्लीज गो टू मटीरियल वर्ल्ड and write books. Prabhupada said, no, horrible. Person, please go and write. No, he said, I will not go. Very horrible place. Then Krishna said, please go, write book, I will make a suitable arrangement. So प्रभुपाद जी का जो अवतरण हुआ है, एंड प्रभुपाद जी के हम लाइफ में भी देखें, इवन दो प्रभुपाद जी पूरे दुनिया में पूरे इतने बड़े 108 सेंटर को मैनेज कर रहे थे, मोर देन 5,000 10,000 इनिशिएटिव डिसाइबल्स को मैनेज कर रहे थे, ह्यूज प्रोग्राम, सो मेनी थिंग्स आर हैपनिंग. सी वी डू वन प्रोग्राम, सो मच वी हैव टू टेक फॉर ग्रांटेड, बट हैज टू मैनेज द होल थिंग विथ जो भी लोग थे सब न्यू फाइट थे. सम अदर एपी इज वेरी फॉर 5 year 3 year 4 year 5 year विथ हैव नो बैकग्राउंड. तो प्रभुपाद जी का जो अवतरण है वो सिर्फ बुक्स लिखने का, और प्रभुपाद जी रात रात में लिखते थे, कभी 12 बजे से सुबह 4 बजे तक. एंड प्रभुपाद जी saying, why I am doing so hard labor is not just to go and sell the books and get the money. our aim is to my disciples thoroughly read my books and also help others. ना कलो नष्ट दिशाम ऐसा, इन कलयुग में पीपल गॉट लॉस्ट विजन, कुछ पता नहीं करना क्या है. अब बाहर जाके देखिए ना, इट लुक्स वेरी फनी कि लोग क्या क्या चीज कैसे कैसे कर रहे हैं. बंकी जंप से, कौन सी जंप से कहाँ, कोई माउंटेन क्लाइंबिंग, कोई वाइल्ड फॉरेस्ट में जा रहा है, कोई एनालिसिस कर रहा है. एक ज्योग्राफी चैनल में one person spent 15 years to study one insect, how he does, what he does, and how he eats, and how he make friendship and all the things. तो he was उनका इंटरव्यू आया था, वो तो हमको सपने में वो इंसेक्ट दिखता है. तो यम यम वापि स्मरण भाव. तो नेक्स्ट लाइफ में भगवान उनको वो एक बना देंगे, चलो अच्छे से, हाँ ये पूरा ट्रेनिंग हो गया है, क्या करते हो, हाँ ये देखो. सो उसी प्रकार क्यों, बिकॉज है ना, ध्यायतो विषयान, जो भी चीज़ हम सुनते हैं, देखते हैं, मेडिटेट करते हैं, हमारा वैसा चेतना बन जाता है. और जैसा चेतना बनता है हमको वैसा शरीर मिल जाता है. तो प्रभुपाद जी का जो अवतरण है, प्रभुपाद जी ने इतना डिफिकल्ट किया. और जब प्रभुपाद जी अमेरिका गए तो साथ में क्या लेके गए? 2 trunks of books. These are the weapon. Conquer to the world. प्रभुपाद जी 2 trunks में बुक्स लेके गए. ऐसे नहीं और कोई सामान और रख लेते हैं और किसी के काम में आएगा. तो बुक्स प्रभुपाद कैरीज. एंड प्रभुपाद जी बताते हैं कि हमको हमारे गुरु ने बोला था कि यदि आपको पैसा मिलता है तो हमारे बुक्स को आप प्रिंट करिए और डिस्ट्रीब्यूट. There's a one someone was distributing some books somewhere in the South India. तो वहाँ पे किसी को एक I think some big person astrologer कुछ मिलता है. तो जब पैसा देखता है, प्रभुपाद को देखता है, प्रभुपाद की बुक्स को देखता है, बोलता है कि दिस बुक्स जो हैं वो स्याही से, इंक से नहीं लिखी गई हैं. किससे लिखी गई हैं? फायर ऑफ नॉलेज विच कैन बर्न द इग्नोरेंस ऑफ दिस होल वर्ल्ड. तो जब प्रभुपाद जी बोल रहे हैं, इट्स नॉट सम सेंटिमेंटली प्रभुपाद जी बोल रहे हैं, यदि कोई हमारे बुक को टच करता है, ही विल गेट बेनिफिट इवन बाय टचिंग, बाय इवन सीइंग माय बुक्स. एंड प्रभुपाद जी ने बहुत जीवन में स्ट्रगल किया, बहुत कि कैसे भी करके उनके जो बुक्स हैं वो कैसे भी करके सब तक पहुँचे और वो उनको लिख पाएँ. इवन नॉट प्रभुपाद, गो बैक टू भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर. भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर जी जो 1850-1860 के आसपास थे, उस समय सोच सकते हो कि वी आर कंप्लीटली अंडर द ग्रिप ऑफ ब्रिटिश रूल. उस समय वो बुक लिख रहे हैं इंग्लिश में, ऑन किस पे? अध्यात्म के ऊपर, चैतन्य महाप्रभु के ऊपर. और कहाँ भेजा उन्होंने? मद्रास यूनिवर्सिटी में. प्रभुपाद जी गए तो उनको वो बुक्स मिली कि विच इज सेंड बाय भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर. तो इवन भक्ति विनोद ठाकुर का विजन था कि इस ज्ञान को कैसे दुनिया तक पहुंचाया जाए. जैसे कि प्रहलाद महाराज बोलते हैं ना, हमको कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, आई एम वेरी हैप्पी वेयर एवर कृष्ण इज प्लेस्ड मी, किंतु आई एम कंसर्न अबाउट these fools and rascals. They have conceived their life of goal is sense gratification. तो हम उनकी हेल्प करना चाहते हैं, हम उनकी सहायता करना चाहते हैं. एक बार रामेश्वर प्रभु, आपको पता होगा, ही वॉज लुकिंग आफ्टर बीबीटी अनदर टाइम, प्रभुपाद के समय. तो एक बार रामेश्वर प्रभुपाद से बोलते हैं, आप जस्ट एनालाइज द प्रभुपाद मूड. प्रभुपाद को बोलते हैं किसी डिवोटी जाके एयरपोर्ट में जा रहे हैं और हमको कुछ रिपोर्ट मिला है, दे आर डिस्टर्बिंग पीपल, एंड यदि लोग नहीं सुनना चाहता तो क्यों सुनाना है? सबका एक इंडिपेंडेंट थिंकिंग है. Why you want to somebody want to impose some other thought process? So Prabhupada ji bolte, no, we are not imposing, we are just advising them, suggesting them. So sometime they are little ना प्रभुपाद जी को बोलते हैं कि they are somehow कि वो थोड़ा फोर्स कर रहे हैं. तो प्रभुपाद जी एक उदाहरण देते हैं कि एक बच्चा है, वो उसको अच्छा इंस्ट्रक्शंस, उसको अच्छा निर्देश दोगे तो उसको अच्छा नहीं लगता है, बट और कई बार उनको इंस्ट्रक्शन देते हैं तो वो गुस्सा होता है. तो प्रभुपाद जी बोलते हैं डज दैट नॉट मीन कि उसको इंस्ट्रक्शन नहीं देना है. एंड प्रभुपाद से ओके, वी आर ट्राइंग टू इन्फ्लुएंस देम, बट दे आर ऑल्सो इन्फ्लुएंसिंग विद डिफरेंट एडवर्टाइजिंग बिलबोर्ड्स. If they are influencing our people of the world with different kind of, mind is influencing with a different kind of foolish advertisement, cigarettes, wine, this, that, all the things. So why can't we can do so? So Prabhupada says, this is my duty to influence them. So I want my devotees to go, and even if there is some force, it is good. Sometimes devotees, they complain to Prabhupada, no, like especially I think Svarūpa Dāmodara got this, he's forcing, okay, he's forcing, no problem, but he should not force. But anyway, book is going na, so that is good. थोड़ा फोर्स करके बुक तो जा रहा है ना. प्रभुपाद जी बोलते हैं कि जो भी टच करेगा, जो भी पढ़ेगा, उसका जीवन बदल जाएगा. प्रभुपाद जी कहने से एक 70 साल की उम्र में एक व्यक्ति जाके पूरी दुनिया में रिवॉल्यूशन और हजारों लाखों लोगों को इंस्पायर करता है. हजारों में 10,000 डिसाइपल्स, इनिशियल डिसाइपल्स से बनाते हैं. हाउ वन पर्सन कैन डू? पहले ना तो मोबाइल था, व्हाट्सएप नहीं था, कम्युनिकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी भी नहीं थी. तो द बुक्स बाय द that is Prabhupada says, I have inherited this from my Guru Maharaj. भक्ति से ठाकुर महाराज क्या बोलते थे? प्रिंटिंग प्रेस को बृहत मृदंगा. अभी मृदंगा हमने कीर्तन किया तो थोड़ा यहाँ सुनाई देगा, मे भी थोड़ा आसपास में थोड़ा नीचे होगा, उसको थोड़ा सा कीर्तन सुनाई देगा. But this बृहत मृदंगा can reach anywhere. And so happens, बीच में जब जॉर्ज हरिसन का कुछ आया तो रिकॉर्ड्स बनने लगे, थोड़ा थोड़ा जाने लगा. तो बीच में ऐसा हो गया था कि डिवोटीज वर सेलिंग मोर रिकॉर्ड्स इंस्टेड ऑफ द बुक्स. थोड़े समय प्रभुपाद जी टॉलरेट करते रहे. देन प्रभुपाद जी का एक लेटर है, बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग लेटर, ब्रह्मानंद प्रभु को प्रभुपाद जी लिखते हैं. व्हाट इज दिस? They are sending simply the records. People hear as a musical thing and after a few hours they forget. But if they read my books, their life will be transformed. Please, I give the instruction, please stop all the records and all the temples immediately. Only my book has to be sold. So it may look like a little arrogant, but it's the correct statement. Even the correcting the books also, Prabhupada has allowed some devotee authorized कि ना Prabhupada, I am not so much good in English vocabulary and other thing, please try to modify if their correction is there. But later sometime Prabhupada found that because they are changing the full state sentence itself, उसको ही बदल रहे हैं. So once Prabhupada called all the devotees, those who were that team, and shouted on them, don't put your foolish mind maybe like this and putting in that and changing it. Prabhupada says, let it be now mistakes, don't touch my books. But they were very, very happy. Let it be grammatical mistake, sentence mistake, not good vocal, don't change, don't touch. Because when you start touching, धीरे धीरे आपको लगता है अपना इंटेलिजेंस बताने की कोशिश करते हैं, I'm very intelligent. and they try to and जब अपना फर्टाइल ब्रेन को डालते हैं तो they will hold the things. So even Bhakti Siddhanta ठाकुर महाराज प्रभुपदा बहुत सारे अपने लेक्चर्स में बताते हैं, यदि कोई भक्त बजाते थे, कोई यदि मैगजीन ना, मैगजीन का नाम क्या था भक्ति ठाकुर महाराज विच पब्लिश? सज्जन तोषण. तो जब वो कोई भक्त जाके पूरे दिन में 1 पैसा, पहले का कितना का कीमत था उस मैगजीन का? 1 पैसा एक डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करके भी आता था, वेरी हैप्पी कि एटलीस्ट एक पर्सन का, एक सोल का जीवन कहीं ना कहीं से बदलाव शुरू हो गया है. इवन 1 पैसा ऑफ मैगजीन थ्रू द डे is to celebrate very happy. Similarly we see जब प्रभुपाद जी वृंदावन में थे तो हम लोग को पता कि बैक टू गॉडहेड प्रभुपाद जी ने मैगजीन निकालना शुरू किया था. तो बहुत स्ट्रगल, विल नॉट गो इन डिटेल, पर प्रभुपाद जी उसको प्रिंट करते थे और 50 पैसे में या 1 रुपये में प्रभुपाद जी सबको वहाँ पे वृंदावन में जो भी मेन लोग होते थे सबको बताते थे, उनको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट खुद पर्सनली जाते थे. दिल्ली में हमने कितना देखा, प्रभुपाद जी पर्सनली प्रिंट कर रहे, सब कर रहे हैं, कंपाइल, प्रिंटिंग, एवरीथिंग, एंड अलोन ही वाज डूइंग एवरीथिंग. और मनी का कोई पता नहीं था, कोई सिक्योरिटी नहीं था. तो जो शुद्ध भक्त होता है तो उसका एक ही होता है, जैसे कि प्रहलाद महाराज का मन में डिजायर था कैसे भी करके एक ज्ञान है ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुँचे और लोग बेनिफिट हों. सो जैसे भगवान का अवतरण होता है, बिकॉज जब तक ये ज्ञान नहीं होगा तब तक उनकी चेतना में ज़्यादा बदलाव नहीं आएगा. इसलिए जब ब्रह्मा जी का जन्म हुआ, वो अज्ञान थे, सब कुछ थे, और उन्होंने तप किया और भगवान ने उनको क्या 4 श्लोक में पूरा ज्ञान, 4 श्लोकी भागवतम सुनाई. Even Brahma has to learn the knowledge from his spiritual master Krishna. और भगवान खुद बोलते हैं उसी अध्याय में जिसमें 4 श्लोकी भागवतम है, हम चाहते इस ज्ञान को आप और अच्छे से एक्सपांड करें और डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करें. प्रभुपाद जी एक जगह बोलते हैं, कीर्तना मीन्स समटाइम्स चांटिंग विथ म्यूजिक एंड समटाइम्स स्पीकिंग. बोथ ऑफ देम आर कीर्तना. कीर्तयति इति कीर्तनम. सो कीर्तन का मतलब क्या है? कीर्त्यति, ग्लोरीफाइंग कृष्णा. सो वेन एवर वी ग्लोरीफाई द लॉर्ड, दैट इज कॉल्ड कीर्तना. So the Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam reading is also Kirtana. So Kirtana does not means only chanting the holy name and other thing, that's also Kirtana. But even someone is reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, is participating in the Kirtana. He is hearing Kirtana from a pure devotee. So anyone is reading Śrīla Prabhupada book, he is hearing from Śrīla Prabhupada. Glories of Krishna. So now we have books in so many different languages. They simply have to be distributed everywhere. Then gradually by reading them, our movement will be appreciated by all. So Prabhupada wanted, one place Prabhupada says in his one of the letter, I wish everyone in the world should read my minimum 1 book. Can you see the desire? One place Prabhupada says, in India, everyone should be our life member. So Prabhupada's desire very profuse, very high. Why the one jiva should be left over? So our book distribution program is the most important work. Anyone reading our Krishna book, TLC, NOD and Bhagavad Gita as it is sure to become a Krishna conscious person. Prabhupada says, if anyone reads this 4 book, Bhagavad Gita as it is, Krishna, TLC, NOD, we are sure to become the devotee of Krishna. So, our book distribution is the most important task in our society. Therefore, I am giving so much stress and I am working so hard day and night because this is my life and soul according to the order of my Guru Maharaj. So, Prabhupada, this is my life and soul. By His grace, it is to some extent successful. I took it seriously. I take it seriously still now. This is my life and soul. I never tried in India to construct big temples or even in your country. We didn't. I never tried. But I was selling personally books on the street. That is a history. So for this writing in the Bombay, 76. So it is this Sankirtana which is the life and soul of our movement. Sankirtana, books distribution should go on together, side by side. I am always glad when these activities are increased and my pleasure is always increased. Prabhupada says when he heard of my book distribution score, I become enthused like a young person even though I am old. So by yasha prasada, bhagavat prasado, yasha aprasada nakadu. So Prabhupada said, if you want to please me, please sell my book. And brothers, whole movement are standing on these books. Books are the basis, purity is a force, utility is a principle, and preaching is the essence. So the whole, brothers, our motive should be only reading books and distributing books. But reading and distributing whatever things are required, that has to be done. In the last class we were discussing the detail. How the railway thing, moving the wheel. How moving the wheel, somebody is not only driver is required, but the whole department has to work. So regarding Sankirtana and book distribution is also chanting. Suppose I say when you distributing the book distribution is also chanting. Anyone who reads the books, that is also chanting and hearing. So when somebody is reading books, does not mean by chanting, by only taking the bag of chanting Hare Krishna. Anyone reading my books is also chanting and hearing. So regarding Sankirtan and book distribution is also chanting. Anyone who reads the books, that is also chanting, hearing. Why distinguish between chanting and book distribution? These books I have recorded and chanted. So it's like get recorded. So Prabhupada is saying, these books I have recorded and chanted. They are transcribed. It is spoken kirtana. Books are the spoken kirtana recorded. So book distribution is also chanting. These are not ordinary books. It is recorded chanting. So these books are recorded chanting. Anyone who reads, he is hearing my chanting. Book distribution must not be neglected. If things deteriorate, that is another thing. But it is not the fault of our book distribution. Book distribution is solid. Even if they do not read, simply by touching, they are benefited. That it is so much powerful. Devotees are very, very dear to Krishna because you are doing the field work of book distribution. Krishna has immediately recognized them as a true servant. Just like during the war time, a farm boy or ordinary clerk who goes to field for his country on the front immediately becomes a national hero for his sincere effort. So Krishna immediately recognizes a preacher of Krishna consciousness who takes all risk to deliver his message. See, even Krishna appeared to give knowledge or to the general mass of people. In the 10th canto, 2nd chapter, verse number 37, Prabhupada is writing in the book Bhagavatam. It's a very very beautiful verse. I will just read this last part of the purport. The world Kriyasu, this is the second chapter of 10th canto. The word Kriyasu, meaning by manual labor, not by manual labor, not simply sitting in. The word Kriyasu, meaning by manual labor or by work, is important in this verse. One should engage in practical service to the Lord. In our Krishna consciousness movement, all our activities are concentrated upon distributing Krishna literature. So it's a very important statement over there, is right, mentioning the book Bhagavatam. In our Krishna consciousness movement, all our activities are concentrated upon distributing Krishna literature. This is very important. One may approach any person and induce him to read Krishna literature so that in future he also may become a devotee. Such activities are recommended in this verse. Kriyasu yas tvach charanar bindyo. Such activity will always remind the devotees of Lord's lotus feet. So when we are engaging the distributing the books, actually, this reminds the Lord's lotus feet. Even another place is said that if one is completely taxing his mind how to distribute books, and Prabhupada says, American and European, all boys, all intelligent boys, Prabhupada says, and girls, takes your brain how it can be profusely distributed. So that is called intelligence. So by the fully concentrating on the distributing books for Krishna, one is absorbed in Krishna. That is real samadhi. So Prabhupada is writing in the book Bhagavatam, if one takes his brain to distribute books, and that absorption in distributing the books and how to distribute is called samadhi. They are the real sannyasis. One devotee, he was qualified to take sannyasa, so the recommendation had come to Śrīla Prabhupada. But he was a very good book distributor. Sankirtana that time was very. So then that came, then Prabhupada analyzed, then Prabhupada says, no, you should not take sannyas. You are already sannyasi. When you take sannyas, you may not be able to do this service with that enthusiasm which you are doing. You can go anywhere and you can talk and distribute the books, which might hamper the real service which you are doing by taking the sannyasa. So sannyasa is all secondary. If you are doing distribution, already a sannyasi. Please continue. So I am not recommending you to carry on the sannyasa. So here, Śrīla Prabhupada, we see the mood of Prabhupada, where it is to how to preach Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada says, the disciples always, disciple can never repay to the spiritual master. So he is always indebted to the spiritual master. But Prabhupada says, but one can try to pay to the spiritual master by, Prabhupada says, by preaching vigorously as I am preaching. So this will give the real happiness and satisfaction to Prabhupada. We change the life by distributing books. And Prabhupada says, anyone read, sooner or later, he will become a devotee. Prabhupada says, this is a practical example. Prabhupada showed that. Many devotees. I remember some 3 couple from China has come to the Bangalore temple, long back. And I just started speaking to them. आप कैसे भक्त बने, क्या हुआ? तो उन्होंने बोला उनको कहीं से एक भगवद गीता मिल गई थी. They got only one Bhagavad Gita. The 3 family, husband, wife, they took 3 couples. They became like this devotee by reading one book. बहुत सारे पास टाइम्स हैं हमारे maybe all have heard many times how the books are powerful. Somehow they got one touched the books. Once we know, we have discussed a couple of times, there was one very big bank, very high director, some very high post in the Spain somewhere, and the Europe. And when Mataji went to, he was in a train, she went inside and to give the book. And somehow he was very arrogant or something. He took the book. What he does? Pushed her down and पैर से trample करता है and pushed outside the train. She falls on the railway station. Some bleeding start happening to her. And some devotee, they got to know nearby, they were distributing more. They come and took her to the temple and hospital, whatever. बाद में देखा 5 दिन बाद again same Mataji was taking the book, again distributing into the train. Can you see, if happens to one, हम बोलेंगे छोड़ो यार हो गया, and हमारे को दो साल तक हमारा दिमाग से नहीं जाएगा. Openly, publicly, she was pushed and thrown to the railway station. बाद में हमको सबको पता है जो किया था, उसने वाला कुछ तो दिया है, उठाता है बुक, लेके जाके घर में अपने टेबल पे रख देता है और अपनी वाइफ के साथ कहीं चला जाता है. उसका जो सर्वेंट होता है वो कहता है कि साहब का बुक खराब हो गया होगा, गिर गया होगा, उसको सफाई करता है, अच्छे से उसको ठीक करता है, सेल्फ में रख देता है. और बाद में जब आफ्टर कपल ऑफ ईयर्स वाइफ वाज नो मोर, शी डाइज बिकॉज ऑफ सम रीजन, बाद में थोड़ा सा आफ्टर सम टाइम बहुत डिप्रेस रहता है, तो बैठा रहता है, तो सडनली अपने सेल्फ से बुक निकालता है, कृष्णा बुक जिसने किया था वो निकलता है, उसको पढ़ता है, पागल हो जाता है आदमी. देन ही बिकेम अ वेरी गुड डिवोटी फॉर द होल मूवमेंट. दैट पर्सन ही टुक द बुक एंड जस्ट टच द बुक्स एंड इवन इंसल्टेड द बुक वन सेंस, हर्टिंग द डिवोटीज, बट ही बिकेम. So there are many places where how now books has changed the life. So my ambition is to spread these books far and wide all over the world, so that everyone, Prabhupada saying everyone in the world, not Prabhupada saying, so that everyone shall read at least one of our books. That will change his life. If only 1% become devotee, that will change the face of the world. So यदि 1% लोग भी भक्त बन जाएंगे. So always remember that our first business is preaching and distributing literature. Never mind we have to live under a tree. So Prabhupada says we are not like a free hotel, just eat and sleep. Our work is to propagate Krishna consciousness. And as we know, ya idaṁ paramam guhyam mad bhakte shabdhashati bhakti mai param kritva mam eveshashi asamshya. So, by preaching, by giving this knowledge to others, become most dear. Nacha tasman manusheshu kaścin me prita. So no one is as dear to Krishna as who's trying to distribute this knowledge to others. So Prabhupada always says we should not be simply sitting and doing some work, chalo kuch ho raha hai. We should always be in anxiety to how to spread. Prabhupada says, even this old age I am taking so much anxiety. How to spread, how to reach out to people so that they can become Krishna conscious. And one of the, I think, later conversation Prabhupada saying, this is a work of the gopis, to engage other soul in the service of Krishna. So Prabhupada, those are Sankirtana, they are the gopis, they are trying to engage other soul into the service of Krishna. And as we know, even the gopis in the 10th canto in the Gopi Geet, they are glorifying the preachers. What is the sloka? tab kathamritam tapt jivanam kavi viriditam kalmashapaham shravan mangalam Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam bhuvi garanti bhuridajanam. So tab kathamritam tapt jivanam. Now people are tapta jivanam means people are full of anxiety. Only solace is tab kathamritam, the hearing about Krishna. Kavi bhiriditam kalmashapavam shravan mangalam Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam bhuri garanti bhuridajana. So they are saying, the gopis are saying, the nectar of your words, the description of activities, are the life and soul of those suffering in the material world. Sansara dava. So these narrations transmitted by learned sages eradicate one's sinful reactions and bestow good fortune upon whoever hears them. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Certainly those who spread the message of Godhead are most munificent. So even gopis are saying they are the most munificent, those who are distributing, spreading Krishna consciousness. So they are the bhurida jana, they are the most munificent. So Śrīla Prabhupada have tried, and Prabhupada always says, if you want to help me or to help me by reaching out to others, this Krishna consciousness. The real preaching is selling books. You should know that. You should know the tactic how to sell without irritating. What your lecture will do for 10 minutes. हम बोलते हैं ना कुछ उसको बोल के थोड़ा अच्छे से. आपका lecture 3 मिनट का क्या करेगा? But if he reads one page, his life may be turned. तो क्योंकि बुक कहीं पे भी लेके जाएगा, पढ़ेगा, बाद में पढ़ेगा, लेगा, बाद में कहीं ना कहीं उसको चेंज हो जाएगा. So somehow we should try to push on the books. कैसे भी how somehow if they take books somehow will be. And Prabhupada says their books are like a atom bomb. Time bomb. Time bomb. कब वो फटेगा? जहाँ जिसके हाथ में फटेगा वो भक्त बन जाएगा. तो so that is the. So I am writing all these books simply for selling, not for reading. This is not good. So I have already answered all questions in my books, such as Bhagavad Gita. So kindly read them and chant Hare Krishna. But the says recently Chanchalpati Prabhu took a small lecture in the disappearance day of Śrīla Prabhupada days, and 10 minutes. That clip has come. So in that in the just Prabhupada is about, I think 20th May that conversation is happening, 1977. So Prabhupada is saying, whatever I have to say, I have said in my books. So even if I depart, there is no cause for your lamentation. So Prabhupada says, unless you read my books, how will you understand my consciousness? And Prabhupada says, unless one reads my books, he can never understand Krishna. It's a very strong statement. Unless he reads my books, he can never understand Krishna. I have already answered all the questions in my book. So read them. So I wanted that all our books should be given to the court. Prabhupada says, no, this civil high court everywhere. All the courts should have our books. So at least, so this is our statement. Let him read. Idle brain, devil's workshop. You should not remain ideal. Either chant Hare Krishna, read my book. So now, if this is the quote Prabhupada saying in the 17th May 1977. If death takes place, let it take here. So there is nothing to be said new. Whatever I have to speak, I have spoken in my books. Now you try to understand it and continue your endeavor. If he reads one sloka, his life will be successful. If he reads one sloka, one word, that is also that. This is such nice thing. Therefore, we are stressing so much. Please distribute books, distribute books. So, but even if they read little, and Prabhupada in all the purports, everywhere is giving the essence of whole Krishna consciousness. If you print books, someday somebody will read. But if we keep money, it creates disturbance. I am therefore always insisting, print books, distribute it. So whether don't store the money can immediately spent for the service of Krishna, because the money is there, the cause of disturbance. It is very important that these books be distributed worldwide. By reading, people will get good opinion in our movement and philosophy. And one place Prabhupada says that all good people in society should have all the books for the wanted, so that if they read, they can influence some of them. So here we see the mood of Srila Prabhupada, and we see our Acharya Bhakti Vinod Thakura, Bhakti Thakur Maharaj. Even before that, Sad Goswamis, they are writing. And Jeev Goswami started first book distribution. He sent to Syamananda Pandit Narottama Dasa and Srivas Acharya for book distribution. That time book distribution was simply writing and replicating. Can you see? If we have to have the books, we have to take the books and write it down. We are not able to read, forget about writing, replicating the book. So that time, so that mood was that. So our whole parampara, all the Acharya get very much happy, pleased by our sincere effort to distribute Krishna consciousness. So that is a real pleasure to them. So we should try whatever best we can take, and we must take some little stretch ourselves to the extra way to go out, and Prabhupada and Krishna will help us. When we try to sincerely distribute Krishna Bhakti, Krishna will be much more happy and become most dear to Krishna, and Krishna will provide all the ways and means. One Prabhupada says, just you distribute this Krishna consciousness, all the facilities will be provided to you. Don't worry about anything. Money, everything, resources, everything will come. Have a sincere desire to give Krishna consciousness to others. So anyway, so this month's Krishna, our book distribution and other thing. And we should try our best to whoever meet to talk about Krishna, give it 2 books to them. But the book given is very important, not only talking, some of us try to push book. So as he takes books, someone reads, sometime will read. So this will help us. So I will stop here. Grindra Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki Jagat Guru Prabhupada ki Thai Go Prem.